Ash and Ember. In a quiet town on the edge of a dark forest, there lived a young man named Finn. People knew him as a kind, thoughtful, quiet, and private person. Unbeknownst to everyone who interacted with Finn, he harbored a secret that he shared with no one. A relentless battle he fought every night against two twin demons who tormented his sleep and haunted his waking hours in the dark corners of his home. The demons had first appeared on his 21st birthday, emerging in the darkness just after midnight. They were identical in appearance, with tall, twisted bodies, long claws, and hollow eyes that glowed with a sickly yellow light. The only difference between them was their skin color. One was grayish like the ashes of flesh that was burned, and the other with reddish skin like flame. Finn, terrified of what he saw from his bed, hid under his blankets, shaking immensely, telling himself he was just dreaming or the shots of alcohol had finally taken effect. He heard them cackle sinisterly at him. The demons' laughter was sharp and mocking, like the scraping of metal. After passing out of fear and waking up late in the morning, Finn looked around and joked about his dream. He even gave these things he saw names. He called them Ash and Ember. What was once a scary dream became a nightly encounter the following months to come. Every night, they came to him in his room, appearing out of the shadows to taunt him, whisper his worst fears, his deepest insecurities, and turn his dreams into night terrors. They mentally attack Finn, each trying to break his spirit in their own twisted ways. "You are nothing, no one loves you," Ash would sneer, his voice dripping with contempt. "You don't matter to anyone who says they love you." "No one sees you," Ember would add, her smile twisted and cruel. "You're just a shadow, a nobody forgotten by your god." But Finn had something within him that the demons didn't expect. An unyielding will and a fire that burned too bright for them to extinguish. So, every night, he fought back. Even as the demons clawed at his mind, he refused to let them win. The battles were exhausting. Finn would stand in the center of his room, staring down the demons as they whispered their poison, his hands clenched into fists. Some nights, the battles were physical, and he could feel their cold claws grazing his skin, their foul breath hot against his neck. Other nights, they invaded his thoughts, filling his mind with despair, with memories of every mistake he had ever made. But Finn had a tactic. He would speak back, showing the demons he wouldn't be easily knocked down into self-pity. He would tell himself, again and again, that he mattered, that he wasn't alone, that he was stronger than they could ever know. Sometimes he repeated these words out loud, his voice trembling but defiant. Other times, he fought silently, clutching his chest and focusing on the feeling of his heartbeat, proof that he was alive, that he had something worth fighting for. Over time, his resistance began to frustrate the twins. They would withdraw some nights in the middle of their attack on Finn, fooling Finn with a short-lived peace of mind. Then they came back with harder strikes at him, angrier. Their taunts growing more vicious, their mental attacks more relentless. But the more they fought, the more Finn grew stronger. He learned to see through their tricks, to recognize when they were trying to twist his thoughts to push his fears. With each victory, no matter how small, he felt his strength grow, his spirit more resilient. Then, one night, the demons tried a new approach. As Finn laid in bed, exhausted but determined, Ash and Ember appeared at his bedside, their eyes glowing fiercely. They did not whisper or mock this time. Instead, Ash leaned close, his hollow gaze piercing. "Why do you resist us?" he demanded, his voice in a low growl. Ember sneered. "Do you think you're strong? Do you think you'll win? We are eternal. We'll be here with you, even in the afterlife." But Finn only smiled, a fierce glint in his eyes. "You've come every night to break me," he replied, his voice steady. "But every night I'm still here, and I'm stronger than the night before. You may be eternal, but I will not live in fear of you." For the first time, Finn's words had power, truth to them, and the demons faltered. Their faces twisted with anger and frustration, but also with something else, fear. Finn took a step forward, his chest swelling with a newfound courage. "You feed off my doubts, my fears, but they're mine, not yours. and I'll face them, over and over, until you have nothing left to feed on." The demons shrank back, hissing with fury, their forms flickering. They tried to claw at him, but their hands passed through his body as if he were nothing but air. Finn stood tall, watching as their forms faded, their laughter hollow and desperate. That night, as the dawn broke, the demons vanished, retreating into the shadows from which they had come. For the first time in years, Finn felt a peace settle over him. He knew that they might return one day, that they might try again, but he also knew that he would be ready, that no matter how many times they came for him, he would rise to face them, stronger than ever before. From that night forward, Finn was no longer just a young man in a small town. He was a warrior, a survivor, a living testament to the strength of the human spirit, and the demons, wherever they lurked in the dark, knew that they had met their match.